You've probably been told for years, never feed your dog from the table. But what if that well-intended advice wasn't entirely right? According to the 2025 Veterinary Nutrition Report, 83% of dog owners are unknowingly shortening their dog's lifespan, not because they're careless, but because of everyday feeding habits passed down for generations. You see, most health issues in dogs don't start with pain. They start quietly. A little less energy, a skipped meal, a strange limp, and by the time it's obvious, damage may already be done. That's why I've spent the past few months speaking with leading vets, nutritionists, and behavioral experts to uncover the truth behind common foods and which ones actually deserve a place in your dog's bowl. In this video, you'll discover 15 human foods already sitting in your kitchen that science now shows can support your dog's heart joints, digestion, and mood. And stay with me till the end, because the very last one is a food that was once considered dangerous, but might be the most powerful of all. 1. Carrots. You've seen your dog crunch on them before, right? Maybe you thought it was just because they liked the sound or the texture. But here's what most people don't know when your dog chews on a raw carrot. It's not just a snack. It's a full-on dental workout. Those firm fibers act like nature's toothbrush, gently scraping away plaque and massaging the gums. It's what vets call a mechanical cleaning effect, and it's surprisingly effective, especially for dogs that hate toothbrushes, which, let's be honest, is almost all of them. But that's only part of the story. Inside that orange crunch lies beta-carotene, the same antioxidant that supports eye health in humans. In a 2022 clinical review published in Frontiers in Veterinary Science, dogs supplemented with carotenoids like those found in carrots showed improved immune balance and healthier skin. And another study on PubMed found that dogs digest roughly 70% of carrot fiber, enough to nourish gut bacteria and increase the production of short-chain fatty acids, the same compounds that protect their intestines and reduce inflammation. Now, if you've got an older dog who's starting to slow down or loses interest in chewing toys, a chilled carrot stick can do more than cool them down. It keeps their jaw strong, their breath fresher, and their digestion steady. Just peel it, skip the oil and salt, and offer one small carrot a day. Because here's the secret: what seems like a child's snack is quietly working to extend your dog's life one bite at a time. And speaking of things your dog would never expect to find in their bowl, what if I told you fruit was next? Not just any fruit, something so soft, so fragrant, that even older dogs with bad teeth can't resist it. 2. Bananas. If you've ever peeled a banana and suddenly felt your dog's eyes locked on you like they're waiting for something you're not imagining it, there's something about bananas that dogs are instinctively drawn to. The smell, the sweetness, the texture, it speaks to them. And here's the part that surprises most people: in moderation, bananas aren't just okay for dogs. They can be incredibly beneficial. Bananas are loaded with potassium, which supports muscle and heart function, and vitamin B6, essential for brain health and immune balance. For older dogs, or those starting to slow down, a few thin slices of banana can provide a gentle boost of energy without the crash. They're also packed with natural fiber, and when given in small amounts, that fiber helps regulate digestion without irritating the gut. Now you might be wondering, aren't bananas too sugary? That's the key: portion control. Think of banana as a natural treat, not a staple. A slice or two, mashed or chopped 2 or 3 times a week, is more than enough. And if your dog has dental issues, bananas are a perfect soft option that doesn't need chewing. One study published in the Journal of Animal Physiology and Animal Nutrition even found that small amounts of ripe bananas can aid in electrolyte balance during hot weather, keeping dogs hydrated at a cellular level. So the next time you're enjoying a banana, You might just be holding the softest, safest multivitamin your dog has never been told about. And if you think fruit is surprising, just wait. The next one is something you've probably cooked 100 times, but never thought to share. Until now. 3. White rice. It's probably one of the first things you learn to cook plain white rice gently simmered in water. Simple, safe, familiar. But did you know that this humble dish is one of the most trusted tools in veterinary medicine when a dog's stomach goes off track? Vets often recommend boiled white rice, nothing added, no oil, no seasoning as part of a recovery meal when dogs experience digestive upset, vomiting, or diarrhea. Why? Because rice is gentle on the gut, easy to digest, and gives the intestines a moment to reset. In fact, in a survey by the American College of Veterinary Internal Medicine, nearly 68% of veterinarians confirmed that plain rice is their go-to first step in managing acute gastrointestinal issues. But it's not just for emergencies. White rice contains complex carbohydrates, which offer a slow and steady release of energy, perfect for senior dogs or those recovering from illness. Mixed with a bit of lean protein like boiled chicken, it forms a complete soothing meal that's both nourishing and non-irritating. And there's something about the warmth of rice, the scent, the texture. It feels like comfort food even to your dog. If your pup ever loses their appetite or seems under the weather, this is the meal that gently says, "You're safe. You're healing." Now here's the twist. If rice is the comfort food, the next one is like the gut's best friend. It's creamy, it's cool, and packed with billions of live helpers that your dog's body has been craving all along. 4. Kefir. If rice helps calm the stomach, kefir goes one level deeper, rebuilding what your dog's gut has lost. Think of it as a microscopic army marching in to repair balance and strengthen from the inside out. Kefir is a fermented dairy product similar to yogurt, but far more potent. Just a few spoonfuls can deliver billions of live probiotics, beneficial bacteria that help restore the gut lining, especially after antibiotic stress or sudden changes in diet. In fact, a study published in Veterinary World showed that dogs given kefir experienced improved digestion, stronger immune response, and fewer signs of food sensitivity within just a few weeks. And here's the beautiful part. Most dogs actually like the taste. It's cool, tangy, and smooth, easy to mix into their meal or offer straight from a spoon. For older dogs with digestive issues or pups that struggle with appetite, kefir can gently encourage them to eat while supporting absorption of nutrients. But, and this is important, not all kefir is safe. Skip the sweetened flavored varieties and stick to plain unsweetened low-fat kefir, ideally with active cultures. Just a teaspoon for small dogs and a tablespoon for larger ones once or twice a week is enough. What's remarkable is that while you're giving your dog something so simple, you're also helping prevent a long list of problems from itchy skin to upset tummies. And speaking of simplicity, the next food is something you've had in your pantry forever, but used in a way you might not expect. 5. Oatmeal. Tucked away in your pantry, probably behind the cereal boxes, is one of the most underrated superfoods for dogs, plain old oatmeal. Not the kind with brown sugar or artificial apple chunks. Just whole, simple oats. And believe it or not, your dog's body knows exactly what to do with it. Oatmeal is a source of slow-release carbohydrates, which means it gives your dog a steady flow of energy throughout the day without the sugar crash. That's especially important for older dogs or those recovering from illness when every ounce of stamina matters. But it doesn't stop there. Oats are also rich in soluble fiber, which can help soothe digestive issues and regulate stool gently without causing irritation. Here's something most people miss. Dogs that itch constantly lick their paws Or have flaky skin might not be dealing with allergies. It could be poor gut absorption. And the beta-glucans in oatmeal, they help with exactly that. In fact, a 2021 review in Journal of Veterinary Dermatology linked oatmeal-based diets to noticeable improvements in skin moisture and coat softness. It's easy to prepare. Just cook it in water, no milk, no sugar, and let it cool. You can mix a spoonful into your dog's meal 2 or 3 times a week. It's warm, comforting, and nourishing in ways your dog can't explain, but their body will thank you. And if you're wondering what else hides in your fridge with surprising benefits, let's talk about a food most dogs dream about, and the one they'll sit, stay, and spin for, without question. 6. Hard cheese. You've seen it happen. You open the fridge, unwrap a block of cheese, and suddenly, like magic, your dog appears out of nowhere. Tail wagging, eyes locked, waiting for a miracle. And here's the thing, they're not wrong. In tiny amounts, hard cheese can be one of the most effective high-value rewards in your toolbox. Cheddar, Gouda, Parmesan. Their rich aroma and savory flavor hit every pleasure point in a dog's brain. But this isn't just about taste. Cheese is packed with protein, calcium, and vitamin B12, which supports nerve function and cellular health. But moderation is the golden rule here. Hard cheese is calorie-dense and can be heavy on the stomach if overused. That said, when given correctly, as a training reward, a pill hider, or a rare treat, it's not only safe, but motivating. In fact, behaviorists often recommend using a pea-sized cube of cheese for training stubborn or senior dogs who've stopped responding to standard treats. Why? Because it works. Just make sure it's natural, unprocessed, and low in salt, no garlic, no spices, no artificial flavor. A small cube twice a week is enough to make your dog feel like they won the jackpot. And while cheese might be the treat that wins their heart, what comes next is the food that quietly heals it. It's simple, lean, and trusted by every vet in every clinic, especially when a dog needs comfort, strength, and something their body can absorb without effort. 7. Boiled chicken breast. There's a reason every vet, every shelter, and every experienced dog owner turns to one thing when a dog refuses to eat boiled chicken breast. No salt, no oil, no skin, just lean, tender protein that's as close to pure comfort as food can get. Chicken breast is incredibly easy to digest, making it perfect for dogs with sensitive stomachs recovering from illness or transitioning back to solid food. But here's what most people overlook. It's not just easy on the gut, it's a powerful nutritional reset. With high-quality protein and virtually no fat, it fuels muscle recovery, supports organ function, and gives your dog a boost of clean energy without stressing their system. In clinical cases of pancreatitis, IBD, or post-surgery recovery, veterinarians often recommend chicken breast as the foundation of a bland diet paired with rice or pumpkin. But even outside of illness, it's a safe staple to rotate into any homemade feeding routine. And the smell of boiled chicken. To your dog, it's a signal of safety, of care, of trust. It's the food they associate with love, even if they can't put it into words. If you've never tried offering your dog a few shredded pieces, slightly warm, no seasoning, just watch their reaction. It speaks volumes. Now, if chicken is the warm hug your dog didn't know they needed, the next food is the cozy blanket that comes with it. It's humble, hearty, and made of something we often overlook, but your dog's body knows exactly how to use it. 8. Potatoes. They're not flashy. They don't smell exciting. But boiled potatoes, plain, skinless, unsalted, are one of the most quietly powerful foods you can offer your dog, especially when their body needs energy without complication. Potatoes are full of complex carbohydrates which provides slow, steady fuel for your dog's daily movement, brain function, and muscle maintenance. They also contain vitamin B6 and potassium, both crucial for a healthy nervous system and proper hydration balance. Two things many dog owners don't realize they're missing until symptoms appear. But here's where it gets interesting. In dogs that suffer from food sensitivities or allergies, potatoes are often used as a novel carbohydrate, meaning they're less likely to trigger a reaction. That's why you'll find them in so many limited-ingredient diets recommended by veterinarians. The key is how you prepare them. No butter, no salt, no baking or frying. Just boil mash gently and serve cool. Start with a spoonful or two alongside their protein, and you've just created a complete digestible meal that feels as satisfying to your dog as mashed potatoes do to us. And while potatoes fill the belly and restore energy, the next food on our list taps into something deeper, not just physical health, but emotional connection. Because what's coming up isn't just about nutrients, it's about ritual. A moment you and your dog have probably already shared, without realizing how meaningful it really is. 9. Pasta. You're sitting down for dinner. You twirl a forkful of warm pasta, and right on cue, there's that stare. Ears perked, eyes locked. Your dog isn't begging, they're hoping. Because to them, pasta isn't just food, it's shared time. And while pasta doesn't make the list for its vitamin content or high protein, it earns its place for another reason entirely: connection. Plain cooked pasta without sauces, garlic, or salt is soft, gentle on the stomach, and completely safe in small amounts. But more than that, it offers something emotional. It allows your dog to eat what you eat, to feel included, to feel like part of your pack. Nutritionally, pasta provides simple carbohydrates that can offer a quick energy boost for active dogs or those recovering from loss of appetite. And for dogs that struggle with chewing, especially seniors, its smooth texture makes it easy to swallow and digest. But here's the real value: when used intentionally, just a few plain noodles added to their bowl, it turns a normal meal into a bonding moment. One that tells your dog, "You're with me. You're part of this." And now that we've talked about comfort food, let's move into something much more primal. The next item may be small, but it's packed with more complete nutrition than anything we've mentioned so far. It's ancient, powerful, and dogs know it the moment they smell it. 10. Boiled eggs. There's something ancient and instinctive about an egg. Maybe it's the perfect shape. Maybe it's the scent when it's freshly boiled. But for a dog, a plain boiled egg isn't just food. It's nature's original multivitamin wrapped in a shell. Inside that soft white and golden center is a powerhouse of nutrition. High-quality protein, essential amino acids, healthy fats, and a cocktail of vitamins including A, D, B12, and riboflavin, all packed into one small, easy-to-digest bite. For dogs especially, those recovering from illness, losing muscle, or aging fast, an egg can be the simplest way to restore strength without burdening the digestive system. One study in the Journal of Animal Physiology even showed that adding cooked egg to a dog's diet improved nutrient absorption and boosted immune markers in just weeks. And if your dog is picky or has low appetite, crack open a cooled boiled egg and watch how quickly their curiosity returns. But here's what matters most: simplicity. No oil, no salt, no frying. Just boiled, peeled, and offered in moderation, half an egg a couple times a week is more than enough for most dogs. And while eggs may be nature's compact meal, what's coming next is the exact opposite: light, fresh, almost all water. Yet, surprisingly powerful. If your dog ever pants in the summer or needs a little hydration boost, the next food is the perfect answer, and it might already be hiding in your fridge's vegetable drawer. 11. Cucumber. It's crisp, it's cool, it barely smells like anything. But to a dog on a hot day, or one that's just finished a long walk, a slice of cucumber can feel like the ultimate refresh button. Cucumber is more than 95% water, making it one of the most hydrating foods you can safely offer your dog. It's low in calories, free of sugar, and gentle on the digestive system. But what really makes it special is its neutral profile. It doesn't spike blood sugar, it doesn't irritate the stomach, and it doesn't interfere with other foods in the bowl. It simply supports, quietly. And here's the magic for dogs who overheat easily, especially flat-faced breeds or seniors. A few cool slices of cucumber fresh from the fridge can help regulate body temperature and keep them feeling balanced. It's also a smart snack for overweight dogs, giving them something crunchy to chew on without the guilt. Plus, it naturally freshens breath. Not like mint, but subtly. And sometimes, that's enough to make a difference. Just be sure to remove the skin if it's thick, and slice into manageable pieces. No vinegar, no dressing. Raw and simple. So while cucumber cools the system, the next food awakens it. It's colorful tart, bursting with antioxidants, and dogs either love it at first bite or develop a taste over time. But once it's in their system, the benefits speak for themselves. 12. Berries. They're small, bright, and usually reserved for breakfast bowls and smoothies. But a few fresh berries, we're talking blueberries, strawberries, or raspberries, can do something remarkable inside your dog's body. These tiny fruits are packed with natural antioxidants, especially anthocyanins, which help fight cellular damage and reduce inflammation, two of the biggest drivers behind aging in dogs. In fact, researchers at the University of Alaska found that blueberries improved memory and motor coordination in aging sled dogs just weeks after adding them to their diet. That's not hype, that's neuroscience in action. But that's not all. Berries can also support joint health, improve immune response, and even help maintain a healthy weight thanks to their high fiber and low sugar content, especially in blueberries. They're ideal for dogs who are a little stiff in the morning or who seem slower after playtime. You don't need much, just 1 or 2 fresh-washed berries a day. For small dogs, maybe a few more for larger breeds. And always raw. No syrups, no jams, no dried versions. This is about simplicity. Watch your dog when they first try one. Some will hesitate. Others will gobble them like candy. But once their body adjusts, it's like you've flipped on a little internal shield, helping them age with just a bit more grace. And while berries build that silent defense, what comes next is surprisingly grounding. It's humble, earthy, and fills your dog in a way no fruit ever could. 13. Buckwheat. It doesn't look like much at first. Just a pile of soft, warm grains, simple, earthy, almost forgotten. But buckwheat is one of the most underrated staples you can add to your dog's bowl. And no, despite the name, it's not wheat. It's gluten-free, hypoallergenic, and packed with nutrients your dog's body knows how to use. What makes buckwheat special is its balance. It's high in plant-based protein, rich in B vitamins, magnesium, and rutin, a compound known for supporting cardiovascular health and reducing inflammation. For dogs with food sensitivities or those on limited ingredient diets, buckwheat often flies under the radar as a gentle nutrient, dense alternative to rice or corn. In one study published in the Journal of Animal Feed Science, dogs who ate diets supplemented with buckwheat showed improved digestion and sustained energy throughout the day. It fills them without bloating. It calms the belly. It simply works. To prepare it, boil the groats until soft, let them cool, and mix a spoonful into your dog's regular food. It adds a mild, nutty aroma, nothing overwhelming, just comforting. And while buckwheat steadies the body, the next food steps in to restore balance when things go wrong. It's the one that can calm chaos in the gut, whether it's constipation, diarrhea, or something in between. And chances are you already have a can of it in your kitchen right now. 14. Pumpkin. This one feels like fall, like warm kitchens and quiet evenings. But plain pumpkin, not the spiced kind, not the pie filling, has become one of the most trusted tools in every dog owner's toolkit. And for good reason. Pumpkin is packed with soluble fiber, which acts like a natural regulator for your dog's digestive system. Too loose, it firms things up. Too dry, it softens. It's that rare food that knows how to meet your dog where they are. That's why so many vets recommend it for sudden stomach upsets, changes in diet, or post-antibiotic recovery. But it's more than just a gut soother. Pumpkin contains beta-carotene, potassium, and a host of antioxidants that support eye health, immune function, and even coat quality. Dogs that eat pumpkin regularly often show signs of more balanced digestion, fewer bouts of constipation, and less flatulence. All the little things that quietly improve quality of life. To serve it right, go for pure canned pumpkin, nothing added. A teaspoon for small dogs, a tablespoon for larger breeds, mixed into meals a few times a week. There's something grounding about it, like a food that whispers, "You're okay now." And after all that softness and healing, the final food on this list might just surprise you. It's sticky. It's sweet. And for years, people said, "Never give that to a dog." But now, science is painting a very different picture. 15. Honey. This is the one no one saw coming. For years, honey sat on the do not feed list for dogs. Too sweet, too sticky, too risky. But when used correctly, in the right form, the right amount, and for the right reasons, honey transforms from forbidden treat into a powerful natural remedy. Let's be clear, we're talking about raw, unprocessed honey, ideally local, or manuka. This kind of honey contains natural enzymes, trace vitamins, and most importantly, antibacterial and anti-inflammatory properties. In fact, studies published in Veterinary Dermatology and PubMed have shown that honey can assist in soothing mild skin irritations, supporting seasonal allergy relief, and even calming anxious behavior when added to food sparingly. For dogs with kennel cough or throat irritation, a tiny lick of honey can coat and soothe. For high-stress moments, fireworks, thunderstorms, separation, it offers a slow, comforting sweetness that's both calming and grounding. But dosage matters. For small dogs, just half a teaspoon once or twice a week. Large dogs, 1 teaspoon max. Always separate from regular meals, and never for puppies under 1 year or diabetic dogs. There's something timeless about honey. Ancient cultures used it to heal. Dogs, it seems, instinctively sense that too. So, there you have it. 15 everyday foods sitting quietly in your kitchen that can extend your dog's health, comfort their body, and in small ways stretch the years you get to share together. But before you go, there's one final thing I want to leave you with. And it's not food, it's something far more powerful. So here we are, 15 ordinary foods, quietly waiting in your kitchen, each one holding a small key to a longer, healthier, more comfortable life for your dog. No magic pills, no overpriced powders, just simple, thoughtful choices that say, "I see you, I care, I want you to stay." Because at the end of the day, we don't just feed our dogs to keep them alive. We feed them to say, "I love you." With every bowl, every slice, every spoonful, we're giving them one more tail wag, one more walk, one more soft sigh at our feet after dinner. And if even one of these foods gives your dog a better day, then this video did what it came here to do. If you found value in this, if you learned something new, or if this reminded you how precious the time we have really is, I'd love for you to subscribe to the channel. Not for the numbers, but because I believe dogs deserve more owners who know better and love deeper. More videos are on the way full of insight, heart, and everything I've learned from the experts who help dogs live not just longer, but better. Give your dog an extra gentle pat tonight, and I'll see you in the next one.